The checkerboard approach, a test of skill and nerve. Hong Kong's Kai Tak Airport, a legend in aviation. Nestled amidst towering skyscrapers and Victoria Harbour's shimmering waters, it was a spectacle unlike any other. Unlike modern airports with their long, straight runways, Kai Tak demanded a different breed of piloting. Landing at Kai Tak was a thrilling ballet of precision and instinct. Pilots faced a daunting obstacle course of mountains, high-rises and gusty winds. This wasn't just any landing, it was a test of skill, a trial by concrete and wind. The approach to runway 13 was legendary. Known as the checkerboard approach, it required pilots to navigate a tight turn over the Kowloon city. Imagine, if you will, guiding a massive aircraft through a narrow corridor, buildings flanking you on both sides. And just when the heart rate peaked, there it was, the runway. A seemingly small strip of asphalt amidst a sea of urban chaos. The margin for error minimal, the adrenaline rush immeasurable. Urban jungle runway navigating a concrete maze. Landing at Kai Tak was like threading a needle through a hurricane. The surrounding urban jungle presented a unique set of challenges, each more daunting than the last. The density of the buildings was one thing, the narrow approach corridors quite another. The air itself seemed different at Kai Tak. Gusty winds swirling between skyscrapers could buffet an aircraft with alarming force. Crosswinds were a constant threat, demanding split-second adjustments and nerves of steel. Pilots spoke of the Kowloon tilt, a phenomenon caused by the turbulent air currents around Lion Rock. This invisible hand could shove an aircraft off course with surprising strength, turning a routine landing into a wrestling match. And then there was the psychological factor. The sight of laundry flapping on balconies just meters below, the sounds of the city rising to meet you. It was a sensory overload, unlike any other in aviation. This was not a job for the faint of heart. Triumph and turbulence, stories from the cockpit. Tales from Kai Tak are the stuff of aviation legend. Stories whispered in hushed tones in pilot lounges around the world. Stories of near misses, daring maneuvers, and the sheer audacity of it all. One pilot recalled a particularly hairy landing during a typhoon. The wind was howling, the rain was coming down sideways, and visibility was almost zero. He managed to wrestle the aircraft onto the runway, emerging from the cockpit drenched in sweat but with a triumphant grin. Another pilot spoke of the time his engines flamed out on approach. With no time to think, only to react, he managed to restart the engines just seconds before touchdown, narrowly avoiding a catastrophe. These weren't just stories, they were badges of honor, proof that you'd stared into the jaws of danger at Kai Tak and emerged victorious. They were testaments to the skill, courage, and perhaps a touch of madness required to land at this most unforgiving of airports. Section 4, The Last Dance of the Dragon, a farewell to Kai Tak. On July 6, 1998, the curtain fell on one of aviation's most dramatic stages. After 73 years, Kai Tak Airport closed its doors. It was the end of an era, a bittersweet moment for Hong Kong. The last flight was Cathay Pacific Flight 251 to London. As the Boeing 747 lifted off, it carried the hopes of a city. Kai Tak's closure was due to capacity and safety concerns. Hong Kong needed a modern facility for its growing air traffic. For many, Kai Tak would never truly be gone. It would live on in memory, a testament to a thrilling era in aviation. Section 5. Beyond the Checkerboard. Kai Tak's enduring legacy. Kai Tak's closure marked the beginning of a new chapter for Hong Kong's aviation industry. Chek Lap Kok International Airport, built on reclaimed land off Lantau Island, opened its doors on July 6, 1998, ushering in a new era of modern aviation for the city. Chek Lap Kok, with its multiple runways, state-of-the-art facilities, and ample capacity, was a world away from the cramped and chaotic Kai Tak. It was a symbol of Hong Kong's transformation into a global aviation hub. But even as Chek Lap Kok thrived, the legend of Kai Tak lived on. The airport's iconic checkerboard approach, once a source of trepidation for pilots, became a nostalgic symbol of Hong Kong's past. The site of Kai Tak itself was transformed. The former runway became a cruise ship terminal, while the surrounding area was redeveloped into a mix of residential, commercial, and recreational spaces, a piece of aviation history reborn for a new generation. Section 6, a pilot's perspective. Respect and gratitude for Kai Tak. As a pilot, I feel a profound sense of respect and gratitude for Kai Tak Airport. It was a place that tested the limits of human skill and ingenuity, a place where pilots earned their wings with every landing. Kai Tak taught us precision, adaptability, and unwavering focus. Though Kai Tak is gone, its legacy lives on. It will forever hold a special place in aviation history.